Do you guys are you guys this is very random, but are you guys aware that guy that kind of blew up in a in a negative way on like Instagram and stuff,
There's a lot
but
of
his
those
like kids is
on
rich.
Instagram.
I know, but it's the
Oh
guy that
yeah,
like
yeah.
they
That
like
one
you'll
singer
be
that's popular.
married in a
Oh,
year in the
you'll
suburbs
be
or something
married
like
a
that.
year in the suburbs. The count away in 3. Convincing yourself
Yeah.
you're living the American dream. Yeah, that guy.
You'll be married in a year in the suburbs with a kid on the way in 3. Convincing yourself.
This lighthouse is more like a chode. Wow. What a wonderful creation.
I also noticed
I did my best.
I also noticed you kind
No, I like it.
of
I like it.
you kind of use like the Jartek color scheme here. Not gonna lie.
What do you mean the Jartek color scheme?
Like the white and
I
black.
use
Like
white concrete and black.
yeah, that's what the Jartek tower is doing.
Oh, well, that certainly wasn't conscious.
All right. Well, anyway, speaking of Jartek, here,
Anyways.
come in here.
Mm-hmm.
We had our Jartek board meeting yesterday, and the board,
Mm-hmm.
we decided that we would love to have you as a Jartek employee. I know you used to be a Jartek unpaid intern.
You got a person listed as an asset?
As an intern, you know.
As an intern. See, intern.
Yeah, as an
This
intern.
is-
Yeah.
It sounded suspiciously like slavery.
Whoa! We're ready to
Yeah.
to make it official.
Without a cost associated. No
Yeah.
64 diamonds.
Yeah, we're not gonna charge you 64 diamonds to join the Blue Axolotl Club. You're just gonna be a full-time employee.
Now, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Is there a differentiation between employee and, say, member? Because
Yes.
Yes.
it seems like
You see,
there is.
A member basically is getting access to like the transportation, the farms, but they still that's all they're paying for.
Mhm.
An employee, they get access to all of those things without paying, but they also get access to like any piece of Jartek, so like the storage system, all of these things. You're now part of a little circle of trust. One
Yeah.
could say.
So let me put it this
Okay, I
way:
see, I
the
see.
membership is a product. It's something we sell,
I get it.
but we're not trying to sell you a product. We're trying to
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me put it
recruit
this way.
you to the
A
family.
product is something that is
That's
sold.
right.
Yes.
Right. No,
Is that it?
I understand, but obviously there's a catch, right? There's obviously a catch. What do you expect in return?
Well, there's some like documents you have to sign, but it's not super serious.
There's no like. Peem always makes things sound
I don't trust you
very.
at all.
Peem speaks in a manner that's always sus, but let me speak to you directly, Lyle, as someone who
Yes,
speaks a little bit more trustworthy. There is no catch. Like literally, you give to us as much as we give to you, in the sense of we now have another member that's adding items to the inventory, or removing items, or building things that
Right.
that can be part of Jartek.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
here's the thing. Here's my position is that if I were to be accepted as an employee, I'm not really asking for much other than, obviously, as you said, just access to all the things you guys have access to. But I would absolutely want to contribute to the Jartek, the family, as Peem was saying.
Yeah.
So absolutely, I'm certainly interested. And I'll look at the documents, and eventually, I would, if you over time gain my trust, like to be involved in some of the decision making process later down the line as well. But we can discuss that when we get to that.
There's a lot of room for growth within the company. That's a core element of our company policy, is that take Peem for example. Peem started off as just a janitor. He was just sweeping the floors, and now he's a board member. And I wasn't even a janitor. I didn't even have a job. but now here I am as well, and that could be you one day with some hard work, some contributions, but yeah, for now you can just think about this. Then we'll have a contract that you can read through. You can sign it if you want.
Okay.
You can read the company policy, which is also something you'll be signing in the terms of like, we all have signed it as well, the three of us, like rules that we will adhere to. So it's not like some type of thing where we're just screwing the employee, because we're also in turn screwed. But it's like a mutual screwage.
We're all right.
Sorry,
we're all
I
screwing
was thinking of something else.
equally.
I was thinking of something else. Sorry.
Equal screwing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Several days later.
Well, anyways, Lyle, I have
Yes.
I have your employee contract, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all I have to do is just right click, click sign, and write LH Crafter.
I'm gonna let me read through it. Follow result in employee review potential termination of employee. Okay, fair enough. Okay, cool. Alright, nice. Unionization is a company offense. Wow. You must clock out between bathroom breaks? What is this meme? Yeah, that's just fair enough. Alright, let's see. Where was I? Yeah, at any point a letter of resignation. Okay. Employees must serve JARTech first and all other organizations. I love it. The capitalization is so funny. Any member with higher affiliation may face termination of them. Okay, fair enough. Sexual relationship? Why is Jason putting this in here? Okay, all employees must complete an employee training video assignment by the board before. Okay, well, that's fair. You guys have a complex system. Okay, here you go.
Perfect. It's time for your employee training video.
Oh god, what is this?
Oh, didn't see you there. So you've made your way to JARTech. Maybe one of these days you can be like one of the greats, sitting at the top of the tower in this board meeting room, looking over the beautiful Valprian city. But until then, you gotta do some work as an employee. And that's exactly what this video is for, to show you the ins and outs of being a JARTech member. Employee is what I meant to say. This is the beautiful JARTech Tower. Come on over, let me show you a little tour. Starting off at the bottom, we have a beautiful little lobby and welcome area. 2 on the left side is completely empty. Floor 3 is the JARTech offices, a beautiful place to work. Remember, don't punch the security guards, they will get mad. Sleeping with employees is not allowed in JARTech. They are workers too, and they need to consent. Always ask for consent. On the topic of consent, floor 4 is where our employees are bred. I mean, hired. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Each board member has an office. This is my office, the best one. Should we do tours or no? Floor 6 is Liam's office. Floor 7 is Peem's office. And floor 8 is the board meeting room. Floor 8 also has our item sorter and auto smelter. The portal here to the nether is linked just one way, so you can't come through to the tower, but you can get to the hub through this. When you walk into this grand old room, you'll see a multitude of contraptions. This one over here is a direct input. You can put items to be stored directly into there. On the left here is the shulker unloader. Any item that you have within a shulker box can be put into this system through the chest located in the corner and will be auto sorted into the system, with the output of empty shulkers being placed down here. On the other side is the input for the auto smelter, and then you can put shulkers into the top that'll be unloaded and put directly into our beautiful auto smelter. The auto smelter is completely sustainable. You don't need to add any fuel. But this lever here controls if the items are put directly into the storage system or if they are stored here in the chests. It's imperative that when you're running the auto sorter, you try to always be within the chunks, as if they are unloaded, it can break the system occasionally. Just try to stay within the chunks when your items are going through the system. Now, on the right side of the tower is all the storage. Floor 7 houses a mass item storage for very common items like stone, dirt, and etc. You can sort through them on your own and see what's there. Floor 6 has a lot of item storages for block types. Like stones, granites, etc. can be found on this floor. One unique thing about our storage system is that each chest holds a lot of different types of items. It's imperative that when you take items from chests, you always make sure one is still there, or else the system will break. As you can see, this chest is completely full of stone. If I wanted, for instance, to take all the stone brick slabs, I'd want to leave one in place. Now, for instance, if you look at a chest like this prismarine chest, you'll notice that in place of items are these red panels. This is to prevent excess items from being put in here by the system. If you ever remove items that need to have a panel in place, you can find them in the barrel over here. Also, you can put items into that system to fill up those spots and put the panels here. Floor 6 also houses a system designed to catch potential breakages in the storage system. These signs here explain the process. It's not foolproof, but it does work occasionally. Sometimes. Floor 5 also houses a variety of block types, especially ones that are more natural, like from Mother Nature. There's a lot of grasses and leaves and plants, so make sure to take a look around and acquaint yourself. Floor 4 is where the money is. This is the floor that has all of the items that don't count as block types, and a lot of precious goods, like Jartek netherite. But as you get to the end here, you'll notice that there are some block types from newer updates of Minecraft, so just make sure you acquaint yourself on your own. If you think there's a jam, you can always come to the very ends of these systems and find access to the redstone. If you look through the hoppers manually, you'll notice if there are items sitting in them. That shouldn't be happening. A good indicator is any redstone that's lit and doesn't match the pattern here. But most of the time, jams are caused by comparators failing to read items in a chest. For instance, this dropper. Normally, if there's an item inside of it, it'll get moved up and the comparator will detect it. But if the server lags, occasionally items might stay here and not get detected. Normally, this is resolved by the system when another item passes through, but on very rare occasions, they can stack up and cause a jam. If this happens, just pull the items out and it'll fix the problem. And if you need help, always ask a board member. If you, for instance, put in a ton of items that you know there's only a little bit of, and a couple days later you see that they're missing from the system and not in the bottom overflow chest, there's probably a jam. Floor 3 is completely empty. There's literally nothing here. This is excess in case the system overflows and we need to add more spots for storage. So right now, it's completely disabled. As you can see below me is the item storage for non-stackable items. Now all the items at the very top of the floor when you put items in that are non-stackable get immediately sorted out and come down here. You can find them down in the chest right here. That's where non-stackable items will go, unstackable items. You can see here there's also player heads, items that are named, buckets, armors, swords, things that cannot be stacked. If there are ever items like books and potions, those items can be placed in the chest below. You'll manually pull them out from the unstackable area and put them in the books and pots area, which will go downstairs to floor 1. This is the overflow protection. Anything that gets full upstairs will come down here, and these are stackable items. Sometimes you'll see that there's like some smooth stone in this system right now. This is definitely not empty, but sometimes the system skips over some stuff, and you can go put it in normally, or just run it through again. And finally, this is floor 1. Floor 1 is where we house all of our enchantments and potions. They're all labeled based on what type of tool they go on or armor piece. There's also an enchantment set up over here, as well as the output for our honey farm. In the corner around here, you'll find potions. This is where we store all of our different potions. They're not labeled, but they are labeled based on the potion that's in here. For instance, this one's poison, so poison potions can be found in here. There's also some access to a redstone behind this painting. Ah, yes, you've made it to the end. I'm sure you're feeling really good about yourself. I know I am. And soon, you can feel as good as I can, and even sit in a beautiful office like this. And all you have to do is work. You can do it. I believe in you.